Hello dear ones, welcome to today's class. Today we are going to start our grammar book. Okay, so this is our grammar book. So today we will start with chapter number 1. Okay, so everyone turn to page number 1. Okay, before starting today's class, I just want you to open your notebook's back side. Okay, now put today's date. Okay, very good. Now we are going to start the class with an activity. Okay, I will give you an activity. Can you see a beautiful butterfly on this screen? Yes. Now your task is to describe this butterfly. You have to describe this butterfly. Okay, the first one I will give you. Okay, I will give you the answer. Beautiful butterfly. So likewise you have to describe the butterfly. Okay, very good. Now we can describe the butterfly as radiant butterfly. Yes, isn't it radiant? That means it's shining, right? Yes, that's why radiant means it's shining. Now third one, rare butterfly. By looking at the structure of the butterfly, we can imagine that it's a rare butterfly, right? Now giant butterfly. Giant means big butterfly. Okay, so it's big butterfly, right? Yes. So now you might have seen that certain letters, certain words are given in yellow color. What does these words mean? So butterfly can be a noun. Okay, okay, butterfly is a noun because we can name the butterfly, right? So butterfly is whatever that can be named comes under the category noun. So butterfly is a noun. A word that is used to describe a noun is called as, yes, very good, it's adjective. So the word beautiful, radiant, rare, giant, all these are adjectives because they are used to describe the noun butterfly. So today's topic is adjective. Today we are going to learn about adjectives. Okay, so we'll see. Sarah is a beautiful girl. You could see this sentence, right? Sarah is a beautiful girl. So we can use adjective in a sentence also. Okay, commonly it is used before a noun, but we can use adjective in a sentence also. Just see, Sarah is a beautiful girl. So here Sarah is the noun. Sarah is the noun. Okay, just take down this sentence in the back side of your notebook. Sarah is a beautiful girl. Have you written the sentence in your notebook? Back side of the notebook you have to write. Okay, not on the front side. Okay, so Sarah is a beautiful girl, and now you have to underline the word Sarah and there write there as N because N stands for noun. And now beautiful, beautiful is the word adjective. It's called as adjective because adjective beautiful is used to describe the noun Sarah. Sarah is beautiful, that means beautiful Sarah. Okay, so beautiful is the word, that is the adjective that is used to describe the noun Sarah. Okay, and girl is also the noun. Now just see, an adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. Okay, we can describe a pronoun also using adjective. So what are pronouns? Pronouns are words that are used instead of nouns. Okay, just see this example. Jane is a clever girl. So what is the noun? Jane. Jane is the noun. So clever will be the adjective because clever is used to describe the noun Jane. Very good. Okay, now turn to page number 2 of your grammar book. There you could see a very big table. Okay, so the first 3 tables we will discuss in today's class, and the next 4 tables we will discuss in the upcoming class. Okay, so in the first 3 tables you could see adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number. So today we are going to discuss these 3 topics. Okay, adjectives can be categorized based on the quality, based on the quantity, and based on number also. Okay, so now first we will see adjectives of quality. Okay, just see this example, adjectives of quality. The hungry tiger couldn't catch the clever fox. So here just see, tiger is the noun, fox is the noun. And just see hungry, hungry is a quality, clever, it's a quality. These are adjectives, hungry and clever are adjectives and it denotes a quality, okay. Just see the next one, small and rectangular. Box, box is the noun and the box is described using the adjective small and rectangular. It's the quality, okay. Just see the first table in your textbook. Answers the question what kind of, size, color, shape, material and special quality. That means if the adjective answers the size of the noun, the color of the noun, the shape of the noun, the material of the noun or another quality of the noun, then that's called as adjectives of quality. Adjectives quality describe the kind of quality of a noun or a pronoun. That means if we want to describe the quality of a noun, then we will use adjectives of quality, okay. They answer what kind of shape, color, size, material and special quality the noun have, okay. Now moving on to adjective of quantity. Quantity means the amount, okay. If we want to describe the amount of the noun, then we will use the adjective of quantity. Just see the first example, add some chocolate on the top of the cake. Add some chocolate on the top of the cake. Just see some. Some is the adjective and chocolate is the noun, okay. Chocolate is the noun. And now just see, we get the amount of the noun by using the adjective some. Okay, just see this one. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Learning here is the noun. A little. The amount. We got to know the amount by using the adjective of quantity. Adjective of quantity describes the quality of a noun. Describe the quantity of a noun or a pronoun. Okay. Adjectives of quantity describe the quantity of a noun or a pronoun. Now, they answer the question how much. How much to the noun, okay. Now just see this box, very important. They are generally used with uncountable nouns. So what are uncountable nouns? Nouns that cannot be counted, okay. For example, just see learning. Can we count learning? No, right? Just see this one, work. Can we count work? I will give you a simple example, oil. Can we count oil? No, right? We can just measure it, right? So that's what all the adjectives of quantity is always used before an uncountable noun, okay. Nouns that cannot be counted. Very important point, okay. You have to take this in mind. Okay, now moving on to adjectives of number. If we want to know the number of the noun, we will use adjectives of number. For example, just see the first example. A football team consists of 11 players. So your players is the noun and 11 is the adjective and it's the number. We got to know the number. Okay, now just see many students. Students is the noun, many is the adjective, okay, because we got to know the number. Yesterday was my second music class. Music class is the noun, second will be the adjective, okay. So adjectives of number inform us about the number or position of a noun or a pronoun, okay. It informs us the number of a noun or position of a noun, okay. Position means here just see first, second, third, all these are positions, okay. But just see 11, 12, 13, all these are numbers. Many is also a number. Just see, they answer the question how many or what position. How many or what position. Okay, for example, just see 10 boys. So we got to know the number. And just see second child. second. You got to know the position. Okay, you are not the first, you are not the third, but you are the second child. So you got to know the position of the noun child, and here you got to know the number of the boys. Okay, 10 boys. So they are generally used with countable nouns. Okay, so the nouns that can be counted are called as countable nouns. Just see, players, we can count players, we can count students. Okay, so these are used before a countable noun. So in today's class we discussed about adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity and adjectives of number. And now we have 4 more adjectives pending, okay, that we will discuss in the next class. So I have an homework for you. So today's homework is chapter number 1, that means grammar book chapter number 1, exercise number 1. You can do the exercises in the grammar book itself with a pencil, okay. And during the live interaction time I will be correcting the mistakes and I will be telling you the answers, okay. That time you can erase your wrong answers and then mark the right answers. So use a pencil in your grammar book, do the homework in the grammar book itself. No need to rewrite the questions in the back side of your notebook. Rather you can do the grammar book exercises, homework in the grammar book itself, okay. Keep this point in mind. So until we meet next time, thank you.